I look like an idiot. At least, that's what my SO tells me whenever she sees me wearing this in bed. And to be honest, she does have a point. This is a cheap $20 headband I bought from Amazon. It has built-in speakers and connects to Bluetooth to devices, and it has this extremely conspicuous control panel on the front to connect, increase and decrease volume. I use it to watch Netflix and YouTube videos before I fall asleep, and just when I'm gonna sleep, I typically switch to a YouTube video of falling rain or background sounds from the USS Enterprise, yes, I'm a geek, to help me drift into slumber. This is, admittedly, weird. But it turns out many people are weird. Many of us have trouble falling asleep, and having a comfortable source of white noise can really help to unwind the mind and help you drift off. In today's video, I won't be reviewing this thing. Instead, I'll be reviewing these, the latest product from Kokoon, the Kokoon Nightbuds. These are just some of the things I've tried to find a comfortable solution for sleeping. On the left are my AirPods, which I found don't have enough battery life to last the night. And they're also really uncomfortable for extended use. Next is the generic China-made ultra-cheap headband with built-in Bluetooth speakers. It's comfortable enough, but the sound quality leaves much to be desired, and it has a really confusing user interface, not to mention it gets hot in the summer and leaves me looking like a douche. And I mean, the user interface is more confusing than you think, guys, because it does have volume down, volume up, play and pause, but volume up only works if you tap and hold it. If you just tap it, it goes to the next track or the next video on YouTube or whatever. And trying to figure out this when you're wearing it and it's upside down and you're lying in bed is much harder than you'd think. Here we have the Kokoon Relax. This is the first product released by Kokoon. As you can see, they are wireless Bluetooth headphones. We have the power button. You can, of course, connect them to an audio jack as well. This is where they charge. It's a micro B, and this is for Bluetooth connection. And they're comfortable enough. They're nice and plushy here. And this is actually the product that I'm reviewing in today's video, which is the Kokoon Nightbuds. As you can see here, they have a USB-C charging port at the bottom. They have these flexible wires, I guess, that connect to the buds themselves. And here there are 3 buttons, one for turning them on and off and pairing, volume up and volume down, although holding down the buttons does other stuff as well. These are the Kokoon Relax, Kokoon's first product. I backed the Kickstarter campaign back in 2015 and eventually received these guys in 2018. Their comfortable, soft ear cups are suitable for sleeping in them all night long, and they offer good sound quality. I've been using these on and off for the past 3 years or so, and I'm relatively happy with them. They also include these sensors in the cups, which you can see there, and these are meant to do an electroencephalograph, EEG, of your brainwave activity as you're asleep, which when combined with their MyKokoon app can give you sleep tracking and insights of how you slept. Now, this is a good product, but it's far from perfect. Primarily, I've been plagued by reliability problems. So the first pair I originally received broke. So they have these hinges here, okay, which allow it to flex, as you can see here. The problem is that in the first pair that I bought, one of the hinges broke. So I had actually contacted Kokoon and requested a refund, and there was some sort of misunderstanding, and rather than a refund, they sent me a new pair, which is these guys. Needless to say, after a few months, this hinge broke, and I had to give it to the best tinkerer I know, my father-in-law, who managed to fix them. But that was only short-lived, because a few months after that, the other hinge broke, and again, I had to give it to father-in-law to fix them. Now, he's actually fixed them much better than they were originally assembled, but it's not really a good product if you have to give it to someone to fix it when it eventually does break in the same place in two different versions of the same product. Kokoon launched their second Kickstarter campaign in October 2020, this time for sleep earbuds, which they called Nightbuds. These tick many boxes. They're wireless, okay? The last thing I want is to be strangled by a wire as I sleep. Their battery life is good for a whole night. They're made by a company that understands what the comfort requirements of sleep headphones are, and they let you stream any audio to them, not just what they provide in their app. With a lower price and a proven track record of actually delivering on their Kickstarter campaigns, I backed this project in October 2020 and received them a couple of weeks ago. This is the box that you receive if you order your own pair of Nightbuds. Now, I'll be honest here, I've already opened these since I was eager to try them out, and also wanted to show you what the sleep tracking looks like in the app. So I've slept with them a couple of nights so far. But anyway, so it opens here on the side, and there we go. Okay, there's this little protective foam thingy. And here we are. So right out of the bat, you can see we get some documentation here. So we get the quick start guide, which basically tells you about the MyKokoon app, how to charge it, the powering and pairing procedure, and what the LED indicator means. And there's also the button action summary. So this is quite interesting. So you turn it on by holding down the power button for 2 seconds, or you can switch it to pairing mode by turning it on and holding down the button for 5 seconds. Volume up and down are a single tap on the plus and minus icons, and you can also use it inside an app or media, so you can play and pause with a single tap to the power button, and a skip forward and skip backward are a double tap respectively on plus and minus. And you can also answer calls in this thing. So you can answer phone calls whilst lying in bed. You can reject or end the call by pressing the power button for a second, and you can answer the call by simply tapping on the power button. Now this is actually quite interesting. Important care information. To maintain good sound quality, clean the acoustic nozzle regularly using an alcohol-based cleaner on a cotton bud. Clean the silicone sleeves with soapy water, rinse and dry thoroughly before reassembly. Okay, so that's interesting. There's apparently some maintenance involved in this thing. We also get a small note from Tim Antos, the founder and CEO of Kokoon, and we get the usual regulatory and safety information that nobody reads. Okay, so looking at the product itself now, the buds are here in this case. And there they are. Okay, so those are the Kokoon Nightbuds. And you'll notice that here it says, let me see if we can get that in focus there, caution, do not overstretch the cable by hand. Now, this is ever so slightly disconcerting. I mean, if they felt they had to put a caution label there, maybe that is the device's weak point. And considering what happened with the hinges of the Kokoon Relax, that doesn't initially inspire confidence, but we'll see. I mean, I can't judge it at this point. I've only slept with them a couple of nights. Inside the box, you also get a teeny tiny micro USB charging cable. As you can see, this is the full length of the cable. I guess the whole point is that you're going to have these on your nightstand anyway, so they don't really need to reach up that far. They come pre-installed with these buds here. So as you can see here, the buds on the Nightbuds have two sizes. There's the size of the tip that actually goes into your ear canal, and then there's the size of the wing, which is what helps it stay securely in place in your ear. And this is size MM, meaning medium tip and medium wing. Now they do provide other sizes, for example, small tip, medium wing, SM, LL, large tip, large wing, XSS, extra small tip, small wing, and SS, small tip, small wing. So that's basically what you find in the box. Now, of course, you may also have ordered some accessories. So one that I really wanted to get was a case similar to this one, but which had a built-in battery. Kokoon are actually offering this on their Kickstarter page as an extra. Unfortunately, due to the fact that it has a battery, they're having some problems shipping it outside of the US. And so the battery case is only available for shipment within the continental United States, which I must admit kind of sucks. But anyway, you get what you get. Wearing the Nightbuds is relatively easy. So you basically want to move the things to the back of your head like so. And then you need to get these earbuds in. Now I always find the right one easier, maybe because I'm right-handed. So the way you do this is you put the phone in your ear like that, and what happens is the wing helps it stay in your ear, and then I like to route the cable behind my ear, like so. Let's do that again for the left-hand side. So this is a little bit trickier. Yes. And then you do this, and as you can see, they have a very, very secure fit. They're not going anywhere because the buds go into your ear canal, but then the wing really helps them stay in there. So the idea here is that they needed to find a solution that let the phones stay in your ear all night without being too tight, or that would be uncomfortable. And I think they did a pretty good job with it. So let me sleep with it, and we'll see what the app says. As I've mentioned, I've already slept with the Nightbuds for a couple of nights, and yeah, they're pretty comfortable. The first night I slept with them, I was really impressed. I barely felt them in my ears. The second night, they were slightly less comfortable, but I think that's probably because I had a headache rather than anything related to the Nightbuds themselves. Now I wanted to show you the sleep tracking features of the MyKokoon app, and I am gonna show you. The problem is that the first night some sort of error occurred and no tracking happened at all. Last night I tried them again, and yeah, okay, the sleep tracking worked now, so it's probably something until they get it all sorted out. So here I am in the MyKokoon app. I'm running this on my iPad since that's what I normally use for the audio source whilst I'm asleep. Now basically the idea here is that you have many scenes, and each of these has some sort of associated video. So here we see some bird stuff. This is rain with fire, and just rain, which is my favorite so far. This is just some sort of cabin log, waves, and so on and so forth. Now again, you can use these scenes, or you can just use any audio source. I typically use YouTube videos and Netflix shows. Right, so from here we can look at the schedule, okay? So for example, we can edit our sleep routine, which is currently nowhere near my sleep routine. So typically, let's see, I want to wake up at about 8 a.m. So we'll set that here, and my bedtime is 11:30 p.m. So I can set that here. Okay, so that's my sleep schedule. Edit wind down. Your wind down time relaxes your mind and body for sleep. For most people, winding down an hour before bedtime leads to more restful sleep. And I guess you can, okay, so I can set it here. It's kind of a weird control here, but yeah, okay. An hour. Let's see, audio fade out. When we detect that you've fallen asleep, we will gradually fade out your audio. Now, this could be useful if you don't want to have the audio in your ears all night long. But I found that if I enable this, I wake up because I'm no longer hearing the audio. So I'm not going to enable it myself, but you can just enable it and you can set the timeout. Okay, I'm going to leave that disabled though. And for colored noise, your colored noise will play when you fall asleep to block disturbances. So basically this is, I assume, I can't seem to be able to enable it. Okay, maybe it requires fade out to be on. Let's see, let's say 10 minutes and then going here. Okay, now I can enable it and I can look at the noise. So that's pink noise, white noise, brown noise. That's ridiculously close to rain, actually. And basically you can control the mix. So how much brown noise do you want vis-a-vis the audio that you're normally listening to? So in my case, I'm going to actually disable this, and I'm going to disable this as well, since these are things I use. But again, they can be useful depending on how you like to sleep. There's also power off. We will turn off your headphones 15 minutes after we've detected that they are off your head. Oh, okay. In my case, not really interested in that. We can look at the library. Again, that's what we've already seen. We can look at my profile, where you can just get your account, system updates, firmware updates, and so on. Help, FAQs, and so on. Now, if we actually go to the data, there's my sleep efficiency, and I'm going to zoom in here just so you can see what's going on. So apparently last night I had 72% sleep efficiency, okay? And as you can see, yeah, there's some work needed here. So as you can see, according to this app, my time to sleep was 1.08333333 recurring hours. I'm pretty sure that's not how they mean to display that number. So yeah, they've got to make some changes here. Anyway, my sleep duration was 6 hours. Now it does give you information about your sleep on the bottom part. So I went to bed at 11:26 p.m. I actually fell asleep about an hour later, and I woke up at 8:16 a.m. And this pie chart here tells you REM sleep, which is the purple section. That is awake, that is light sleep, and that is deep sleep. And it explains why every type of sleep is important. It doesn't tell me what I listened to, since I wasn't listening to a scene from the app. I was instead listening to YouTube. Now, if I tap on Insights here, you can see that it gives you the data by week. Now, of course, this doesn't really work unless you've slept for at least 3 nights. It says here, wear your headphones for another 3 nights to discover insights about how you sleep. And if that was the case, it would give me my sleep efficiency, consistency, and the length of my average night of sleep, as well as other data here. Okay. Now again, as you can see, the app needs work, guys, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I remember this was the case for the Relax headphones as well, and with a number of updates, they really made this work. And so that's the MyKokoon app. So far, I'm really happy with the Nightbuds. They offer a really secure fit, which, as you can see, they just don't come out. And they see really well around the ears to block out unwanted noise as you sleep. They're comfortable for a whole night. I've slept a few nights with them by this point. And the piece on the back here, you really don't feel. It's feather light and it's really comfortable even if you sleep on your back. The MyKokoon app, on the other hand, needs work. Even though Kokoon have been improving it for years with the release of the original Relax headphones, it still doesn't really scale to anything other than a smartphone, and I wish that you could add scenes to it yourself and that it provided more detailed sleep tracking data. That being said, when they originally released the Relax headphones, the app was very lackluster, but it quickly kept getting better with frequent updates. So we can only hope that Kokoon will update their app to add more features now that the Nightbuds have been released. Now, I've only been using these for a few days, so I can't really comment on their reliability. They seem well built, but the part that worries me is this twisty cable here. Now, when you unbox them, as you saw, it actually comes with a warning telling you not to manually unwind that cable. So whether a weird sleeping position will eventually cause that cable to snap, I don't know. If that does happen, I will post an update video. So if you don't hear anything from me, no news is good news. Do you sleep with headphones or headbands? If you do, why not leave a comment down below and tell me what device you use? I'm always on the lookout for the most comfortable and best sounding sleep headphones, so I'm interested in knowing that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you prefer to sleep with audio, well, then I really would give the Nightbuds a try. They're comfortable and they do the job well. I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, thanks for watching.